Hello everyone, it's me Shugufta and welcome back to our Python series with me. So in this video we talk about some basic functions of Matplotlib plotting. So here we talk about plotting, the title, legend and what are their uses and why we need them. So let's get started. So the first thing that you see in the screen is the flowchart of a data visualization with Matplotlib. So here first we start from a very basic and then move to the advanced. Like the first we know how to write the plotting function. How do we use them? Here the plt plot function is used to draw a line graph, like whatever line graph you have to draw. So for this you have to need plot function. Okay, so like how to compare data or to understand the pattern we need graphs now. So like the whenever you have a straight line graph you use plt.plot. So first I am writing a program code so you can easily understand it. Here first I am writing a comment here. So it's important. It's not necessary for you to write, but it's good so to clear them. Okay. Okay, so when I run this program, so let's see what's the answer. So you see we get a graph, or here the first thing that I have to give them is the here that you have to display like the months at that point and the sales at the y-axis. And now the next thing is that to color, the color is blue and line width is 2 and the marker sign where the point meets and values O point. Okay, and so this is our graph. And now what I do, so here first I am writing my x coordinate comma y and the color is equal to color name. And the next is what the line style you want, like as in dotted or whatever you have style. So for there you are writing line style equal to line style. Okay. And now the next thing what I am showing, that's what the line width. Okay. So I am giving them the line width, which is value. Okay. And now the next thing is what the marker is it. So here I am writing the marker symbol. And now the last thing is that label is equal to label. Okay, so this is the comment that I am writing. Now the first thing that we have to write is about the first and every import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, now the next thing what I am mentioning is the months, and here I am giving them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now the sales of the shop. So here the sale is 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, 500, 1,000. Okay. And now what I am writing is to me to plot I am giving them the instruction. Okay. plt.plot, or here I am, what I am writing is month. Okay. So the first thing that in the previous video I also told you. So the first thing that we write is in our x-axis. So you have to display the months in my x-axis and the sales in my y-axis. Okay, so these are two basic things. Okay, now the next thing that they demand is the color. So I need a color of blue color. Okay, or whatever you like. Here I am like a blue color. Okay, now the next instruction is line style. What the line style you want, you have here to show them. Okay, like here I am giving them slash slash. Okay, and now the next thing, what's the line width? Which things are I'm commenting the above? All of them I am asking them, and it's true. Okay, and the marker, what's the marker where the point meets, basically marker represent that point. Okay, so here the okay, and the last thing is that what's the label you want to label in the graph, so what the graph represent or that. So here am I in 2025 sales data, sales data. Okay. So this is the thing that you have to show. Okay. So this so all the things can be plotted here, but you want to see them. That's why I am writing plt dot show. Okay. That I want to see them. Okay, so when I run this program, so let's see what's the answer. So you see, we get a graph, or here the first thing that I have to give them is the here that you have to display like the months at that point and the sales at the y-axis. And now the next thing is that to color, the color is blue and line width is 2 and the marker sign where the point meets and values O point. Okay, and so this is our graph. Okay, so now if we move further to the flow chart, so there that first we cover is plt.plot. Now you see in the graph there is so many things are missing. Like here there nothing represent that what is in the x-axis, what is not in the y-axis. So and also not the labels like the title. So how can we fix them? So here we use here x label and y label. Like here if I do some changes by using them, like you can see easily clearly, like here what I am typing is plt dot x label, and here I am writing the months. Okay, so the x-axis is months, and now plt dot y label. What is it? What is in y-axis? It is sales per month. Per month. Okay. And what is our title of our graph? So if what in many cases you are working with so many graphs, so title is very important for us. So here I am giving them the title is monthly sales data report. Okay. So now if I run this, so if I so you see we easily get them in x-axis months, in y-axis sales per month, and the title is monthly sales data report. Okay, so now we talk about the next point, like we cover about plt plot, x label, y label, title. Now I am talk about the plt.legend. Why we use them? Like we use them to add rectangular box in a chart that what each line marker represent it. So like it's fully optional, like you have to do it. It's not necessary for us to use them at every point. So but it also go give us a good point. Like here what I am doing is writing plt.legend. The plt.legend we are writing the below the plt.plot here, plt dot legend legend. And here when I run the program, so you see we get an answer, like if I scale them, 2025 sales data. Okay, so it's all up to you. Like here you can see it is present in your like the left upper corner is location. You also change the location, also the font size, like whatever you want. Like here if I am asking them the location, okay, and is upper right, okay, and the font size is equal to like 12. Okay, so when okay, so you see when I run the program, so you see what our location is changed, which is upper right corner, and also the font size is 12. So whatever you want, you can do it easily with the help of plt.legend. Now we talk about plt.grid. Why we use plt.grid? To add them a horizontal and vertical line. Like you see in the graph, like the physical graph, whenever when you are a child, you are using like it's a red color where you have to see the boxes here, vertical and horizontal lines that appear in the background. Like here also it's present in your background. We also customize it like passing parameter, so we can easily do that. Like here what I am doing is that I am writing here plt dot grid, grid. So you see we get our blocks like here horizontal and vertical blocks, and we can easily see our position and how is we clear our graph that what's the position in where is it. We also customize here the plt.grid, like whatever lines we want at the background and what color we want. So like here what I am doing is doing some little more changes in plt.grid, and here I am writing the color, that what color I want is gray. Like here I am writing the gray. Okay. So what the line style you want is equal to, here I am giving them the dot sign. Okay. And the what's the line width you want? So here I am writing line width, and which is I want 1. Okay. So when I run the program, so you see we get our background lines, which is gray, and also the dotted sign, and the width is 1. So we also do some changes in plt.grid. Okay, so now move further, like the next, the diagram, flowchart diagram. We see we do some changings, like here we use plt.xlimit and plt.ylim. Why we use them? Like when you want to control the ranges of x and y axis, we use them. So like here what I am doing, like you see we get a value from 2400, okay, not 25 to 2400, but we want to fix them to give them the control of the range, that what's my range. So what I am doing is to write it like plt dot x limit. Okay, once my x limit, what I am writing is 1 comma 5. Okay, and here what I'm writing plt dot y limit, and what I am writing is 0 comma 3000, whatever you want. Like here our chart sales goes from 2500, and here I'm writing 3000. So when I run the program, so you see in our graph our x-axis, x limit, if I zoomed out, that is 1 to 5. Okay, as our graph go through from 1 to 5, and in the y-axis you see our sales is from 2500, but I have to limit my graph to 3000. So it's all depend upon you to have to control about the ranges of x-axis and y-axis, so whatever you want. Okay, so now let's back and see the flow graph chart, and you see we covered everything, and remaining thing that we left is that plt.xtext and plt.ytext. Why we use them? Here it's like numerical default tricks, like what we use, like to convert them the like the values here, like the months or them, to change them into a meaningful labeling. Okay, like how meaningful is it? Like you have to change the, like here you see like we got the value from 1 to 5, but these are the months value. You also change them from a quarter, monthly, like whatever separation you want to show the graph, like the range. Like here in the some example you see there is a graph and the monthly expenses, and there is a graph in the yearly expenses. So whatever you want you can do it. Like here what I am doing is writing, like I am changing my x-axis where I denote from within the 1 to 5, and I am changing from month 1 to month 2 to monthly, like month it's look like that. So first thing that I am writing is plt dot x takes. Okay, and here I am using round bracket, and then I am writing my list 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, close the bracket, and here I am mentioning my values, which is like m1. Now the next is m2. So easily see what I am doing. M3, M4, comma M5. Okay, now close the bracket and close the round shape. And now when I run the program, so you see with the help of graph, here the changings occur. Like with the first you see like 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and so on up to 5. And here what I can do is our graph is squeezed, and here the M1, M2, M3, and M4. So you can do it. Like the first thing you do is to write the things that happen in your graph, that what changing do you want at that point. Like we also write here in the y-axis, like pld.ytext, and here I am giving them the sales 1, sales 2, sales 3, and whatever one name you want to see. Okay, so this is for the today video where we covered about all the basics function, and every, like almost every function that you need to learn and know about everything. Like here I talk about xlabel, ylabel, why we need them, title, plot, legend, like grid, x limit, y limit, x tick, show. So all these are very important to draw a graph, to show a graph and what's the behavior of the graph. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos about Matplotlib and some other C1 and like that. So stay tuned.